Alright, good day everyone. You are welcome once again to Satech Global Limited. Here we'll be looking at how to configure router on a stick. In today's tutorial, you will understand how communication works between VLANs, and then you also learn how to configure VLANs on a layer 2 switch. And on today's tutorial, we are looking at 3 different VLANs, which are VLAN 10, VLAN 20, and VLAN 30, as shown in the description on your screen. So, without wasting much of our time, let's go into it and then configure the VLANs on the switch. Okay, the VLANs has been created on the switch. Just like I said earlier on, we'll be looking at VLAN 10, VLAN 20, VLAN 30. Now, apart from the setting up of this of the topology and the architecture, apart from configuring those VLANs, we'll also be looking at InterVLAN routing, whereby VLAN 10 will be able to communicate with VLAN 20, VLAN 20 will be able to communicate with VLAN 30, VLAN 30 will be able to communicate with VLAN 10, VLAN 30 will be able to communicate with VLAN 20, and vice versa. Each of these VLANs will be able to communicate with each other, whereby once we are done with the tutorial, then we'll run a ping from each of the VLANs to see if communication is actually achieved, or to see if the basis or the essence why this tutorial is done today is actually achieved and successful. So currently I've just finished configuring the VLANs on the switch, which is VLAN 10, VLAN 20, and then VLAN 30. So let's verify what we have configured on the switch. Let's be sure that yes, those VLANs are actually created on the switch. So the command to check for VLAN creation is okay. So from the switch, this is inside the switch. You can see we have VLAN 10, we have VLAN 20, and then we have VLAN 30. So we are done in configuring the VLANs. So you assign IP addresses to the end device, to your desktop computer. So let's assign the IP address to this particular desktop computer 192.168.10.2. We use 2. Here we use 20, 2020, 22. The subnet mask. Here we use 30. The subnet mask. Alright, so we're done setting up and assigning IP addresses to each of our desktop computer. So we're still not done with the switch, so we also log back into the switch to configure this interface that is carrying the router. Remember, this is a router on a stick, InterVLAN routing. So we're going to configure this particular port. Okay, the port that is carrying the router, which is fast Ethernet 0/1. So log back into the switch. Okay, so this is where all the VLANs are going to pass through. VLAN 1, VLAN 10, VLAN 20, and VLAN 30. This is where they are going to pass through to communicate with the router that is being hung on a stick. That is why it is called router on a stick or InterVLAN routing. So let's configure that particular interface to be able to carry this traffic. Let's verify we just configured. Okay, so right now we've configured the router, and you can see it is up, and then all the necessary configurations are there. You can see from the verification command, you can see that we have all the VLANs on that particular interface where the router is connected to the layer 2 switch. You can see the VLAN 10, VLAN 20, VLAN 30, they are all up. So I believe now communication should be able to get to its destination. If I run a ping from here, if I drop a packet from VLAN 10 to VLAN 20, we should go through. Okay, the first is up, and the second one should be successful. Progress. Okay. Something's wrong, so let's check. Why is not moving? Oh, sorry. Default gateway, which is 192.168.10.1 doesn't configure. That's why it was failing. Okay, the packet was failing due to the fact that the default gateway was not configured on each of the desktop computer, because they are on different network. You must always configure the default gateway on the device for it to communicate with another network, otherwise it will fail. So that is why we had that failure initially. So but now it should be successful. Progress. You can see it's successful. You can see the ping is the packet we dropped is successful. So let's drop it to VLAN 30. First one will fail due to app, which is address resolution protocol. You can see successful. Then moving from the router to any of the desktop computer, successful. Router to any of the desktop computer, successful. Any of the desktop computer, successful. So this is how you configure a router on a stick, also known as InterVLAN routing. So we have been able to successfully establish communication between each of these VLANs that were created on the layer 2 switch, So thank you very much everyone for watching my video, and I hope that you click the like button. Follow me on all my social media pages for more tutorials as this, to help develop your IT skills in terms of network. And for those of us who want to sit in the next coming CCNA professional exam, this will also help you to broaden your scope on the necessary questions that might come up in the forthcoming exam, and also understand how to configure a router, how to configure a switch, and how to configure network in devices as a whole. So thank you very much, and have a wonderful day.